guys, so for this tutorial I'll be using my yarn, which is from a brand called Omolido and is a weight 4 yarn. Now I'll be using my size 4mm hook, my scissors and my stitch markers. So to get started, I'll be working in 2 panels, the front and the back panel. So for your starting measurement, you want to measure around your head circumference because you want the neckline to be able to pass your head. So you're going to measure around your head circumference. You can give more inches or you can just leave the exact amount of stitches you have or measurement you have. My head circumference is 22, so I'm just going to divide that by 2 because I'm working in 2 panels. So 22 divided by 2 is 11. So my neckline for the front panel is going to be 11 inches and the back panel is going to be 11 inches. So let me just get started by making a chain of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Chain 1. In the first stitch, go in with 1/2 double crochet. Go into the next stitch with 1/2 double crochet and the next with 1/2 double crochet. Chain 1, turn over, put 1/2 double crochet in each stitch. So you want to do this so you have a total of 11 inches or the measurement of your head circumference. So I'm just going to do this till I have a total of 11 inches. I'll let you know how many rows I end up doing. But just keep on working 1/2 double crochet back and forth in each stitch. So I did a total of 28 rows of half double crochet. Now what I did was I went into each stitch with 1 single crochet and I have a total of 50 single crochets. So what you're going to do next is I counted 10 stitches away from this end and put my stitch marker on the 11th stitch, and I repeated the same thing for this end. So 10 stitches away from the end and my stitch marker is on the 11th stitch. So between these 2 stitch markers I have a total of 28 rows, sorry, 28 stitches, which gives me a total of 50 stitches. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start by chaining 1, go into each stitch with 1 double crochet till you get to where the stitch marker is. So now I've gotten to where my stitch marker is. So I have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 stitches before the stitch marker. I'm just going to remove the stitch marker. In this stitch, go in with 2 double crochets. Chain 2 and go back into the same stitch with 2 double crochets. Now continue with 1 double crochet till you get to the next stitch marker. So now I've come to where the other stitch marker is. Go into the stitch. So I'm just going to remove the stitch marker. Go into the stitch with 2 double crochets. 1, 2. Chain 2 and go back in with 2 double crochets. 1, 2. Now continue with 1 double crochet in the rest of the stitches. Okay, so now I've come to the end of the row. Chain 1, put 1 double crochet in each stitch till you get to this chain 2 space. Now I've come to the chain two space. In the two double crochet stitches, I went into each of them with one double crochet. Now in chain two space, go in with two double crochets, 1 2, chain two, and go back in with two double crochets. Now continue till you get to the next chain two space, and you're going to repeat this. Now I've come to the end of the second row, and this is what the panel looks like. Now chain one, which I already did, go into each stitch with one double crochet till you get to the chain two space. So I'm just going to be doing something slightly different from the previous row. Now I've come to the end of the second row, and this is what the panel looks like. Now chain one, which I already did, go into each stitch with one double crochet till you get to the chain two space. So I'm just going to be doing something slightly different from the previous row. Now I've come to the chain two space. Instead of going in with two double crochet, you're going to go in with just one double crochet. Chain two, go back in with one double crochet. So in the previous row, you did two double crochet before the chain two space and two double crochets after the chain two space. But from this row, you're just going to be going in with one double crochet, chain two, one double crochet. Now continue with one double crochet in each stitch till you get to the next chain two space. Okay, so I've come to the next chain two space. Go in with one double crochet, chain two, and go back in with one double crochet. Continue with one double crochet till you get to the end of the row. Okay, so now I've come to the end of the third row. For the fourth row, until you get the length you want, you're going to repeat row 3. So you're going to put one double crochet in each stitch. When you get to the chain two space, go in with one double crochet, chain two, go back into the chain two space with one double crochet. Continue with one double crochet again until you get to this other chain two space, and you're going to repeat the same thing. So one double crochet, chain two, one double crochet. Now I'm going to do this like this to underneath my arm, and I'll show you what to do. Okay, so I did a total of 10 rows. Now what I'm going to do next is, as you can see, I already attached my yarn on this end. So I chained 6 stitches on this, the middle of this chain two space. I chained 6 stitches. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the same for this other chain two space. So chain 6, 1 2 3 4 5 6, chain 1 and put one double crochet into the next stitch from the hook. Now you're just going to continue with one double crochet along the chain stitch. Now continue with one double crochet along, so you're going to continue one double crochet along each stitch till you get to the end of this chain. So you're just putting in one double crochet in each stitch. So I've come to the end of the second chain stitch. Chain 1, turn over, put 1 double crochet in each stitch. So you're going to repeat this till you get to the end of the row. Now from this point, you're just going to be working back and forth from these two ends with 1 double crochet in each stitch till you have the length you want for your top. Let's know how many rows I end up doing, and then I'll show you what to do next. But just keep on working 1 double crochet back and forth. So I'm done with the 2 panels, and what I did was I stitched the sides of both panels together. So from this end where I did the 6 chains all the way down, I stitched, and then what I did was I stitched the shoulder panel, so the 2 ends of the panel for the arm, I just stitched it. Repeated the same for the other arm and the other side of the panel. Now I'm just going to work on the sleeves, and as you can see I already did 1 sleeve. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach my yarn on this end. Chain 1, put 1 double crochet in the first stitch. Now continue with 1 double crochet in the rest of the stitches round the armhole. So you just put in 1 double crochet in each stitch till you're done going around the armhole. So I've come to the end of the row, and I'm just going to slip stitch to close up the round. Chain 1, going to the first stitch with 1 double crochet, going to the next stitch with 1 double crochet. So you're just going to be putting 1 double crochet in each stitch round the armhole. Now you're going to do this till you have the length you want for your sleeves. So for my sleeve I did a total of 8 rows, so I'm just going to continue with this till I have a total of 8 rows for the sleeves. Okay, so I'm done with both sleeves, and I did a total of 8 rows, which you can make longer or shorter. Now I'm just going to work on the waistband of the top. So for that, you're going to start by attaching your yarn at one end of the top. Now make a chain of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Chain 1, going to the first stitch with 1/2 double crochet. Going to the next stitch with 1/2 double crochet, and the next stitch with 1/2 double crochet. So you're just putting 1/2 double crochet along the chain. I've come to the end of the chain. What I'm going to do is I'm going to slip stitch into the next stitch. Now slip stitch again into the very next stitch to close up the round and to start a new round. So you're slip stitching twice, one in the first stitch to close up the round, and then you're going to slip stitch into the next stitch to start a new round. Now put 1/2 double crochet in each of the stitches. Chain 1, turn over, put 1/2 double crochet in each of the 5 stitches. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now slip stitch into the next stitch to close up the round. slip stitch into the very next stitch to start a new round. So you're slip stitching twice. Now you're going to continue with this till you go around the waist hole with the waistband, and then I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, so I'm finally done going around with the waistband, and when I was done, I just joined the two ends together with a single crochet on the side. So this is what the top looks like. And thank you so much for watching this video. If you have any question, you can leave a comment down, which I'm definitely going to reply. Please don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video.